Well, this has occurred probably 2 years ago. We began the research for our end times. And we went on the internet, we went to various interview meetings with other attorneys, and we felt quite comfortable with the eldercare attorneys. So our focus then became the eldercare attorneys. And we did extensive research on who in the area was at our level very comfortable to work with. And this company seemed to surface quite a few times.
Many of our friends, just in casual conversations, had indicated that they had come to Bellomo, and so we kept pursuing it and listening to what Jeff was presenting, and then his other representatives from the company. He made it understandable as to why would you want to build a trust, and how it was going to be your safety net. So that really intrigued us, because we wanted to plan for our future and make sure that the money went to the right places. And so we proceeded with kept coming in and decided finally that this is the place we wanted to be. Everybody knew us as the people with the red wagon. So when we heard the story here of Jeff's little red wagon, and then found out what those packages were that were in the red wagon, that put everything together, and it meant something to us because of that background with the red wagon that we had.
We are extremely relaxed. Over the course of our entrepreneurial events, we've made tremendous inroads and weaved all kind of financial activity, and we never really put it together at one place. And so when we did our initial meeting, I showed up with this huge box of paper, and I said, "Here." And they went through it, sorted it, and really what's nice is I feel very relaxed that everything is in order, that our future is well managed right now. I didn't realize all the things I had because it was completely disjoint. And what's really was nice with my feelings is they have people that are expertise in certain areas. And when we went through like the life insurance, we had one individual who handles all of the changes of the beneficiaries. We have another individual who worked with the trust. So each one had an expertise. And of course, that made me feel very comfortable with our estate.
It was just being forced to put all that information together. We suddenly realized we had more in our estate than we ever imagined. So it's nice to know that it is all recorded now, and it's with all the documents are there. So all of our, we being the trustees of it, we've taken care of our end of life, health, financial. We have everything taken care of in that sense, that our children feel comfortable, we feel comfortable. Mm-hmm. So they know exactly where the paperwork is, and they know what their responsibility is. So they sat down and talked to us about that, shared it with the entire family.
Every time I made a phone call, someone was there with an answer, and a very kind one, and very responsive to what I was asking. But the most important to me was I didn't have to ask a question. They told me this is what they see. So people say they answered all of my questions. I didn't know what questions to ask, but they told us, this is the direction, this is what we see, and this is from looking at our estate and what we had. They said, this is the direction we believe you should go. It is extremely in detail.
There's a list of items that you are to make sure that you have. And so as long as we were bringing those pieces together for them, the answers to those, or the finding that information, ended up being put into that notebook. And so anything we add over periods of time, we have the opportunity of any time that we need to make changes, but annually we can come in and update, change anything we need. So it's not like it's over and done when you sign those papers. They're here all the time to help you.
Our estate constantly changes. We're at the end of our, financial working. We're in the retirement stages, and that is very fluid right now. And so we want to stay active to make any kind of an adjustment to what is actually occurring. And they will stay after our various investments and tell us, okay, this is what we think you should do. Very much so. Yes. I am excited. I mean, they call us up, and if we run in, we're right now taking care of beneficiary changes into a trust. I mean, the phone calls to us, and then what we do is we email them information. They respond and say, okay, I have it. This is where we are. I like what you have, and I will move forward.
Well, since we learned about it first we were invited to sessions where Jeff did presentations. And then when we just casually talking to people, they said, we just finished and signed all the paperwork. So what we're doing now is we're saying we've set up a trust, and our children are very pleased to know that everything is taken care of. They know exactly where to go and get the paperwork. They have been educated on what our requests are. So we just turn around now and say, we set up our trust with, and recommend that way. And if they come and engage with the company themselves, that's great. But we certainly are passing the word on because we're satisfied.
I'm just excited that we made this decision and the support that we're receiving is just astronomically. I mean, as Susan and I both have said, we feel at peace. And here's the thing, I wish my father would have done something like this. It is just a wonderful experience. We're just excited. And we're looking forward to a long working relationship.